Hello, 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 everybody. This is your faithful friend, Sandra Graves, and welcome to the code. Don't forget that we are here every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Whenever God allows, we are here. We try to interview different experts in different area, coaches, authors, to bring you information that will help you decode that bad programming that you have set on your mind, that something happened in your life where you're just like, this is not working. I don't understand. Well, we're trying to help you understand your life more, help you succeed more, help you identify your goals more. So whatever it is that you're doing, and if you do have a business, then this topic today is definitely for you because our guest today is going to be talking to us about outsourcing your marketing. And if you are a business owner, doesn't matter if it's big or large, whatever, you definitely want to learn more about what Jill Brennan is going to be talking about. And she's in Australia, in Espanol, Australia. Okay? She is over there, and it is morning in Australia, and I am in San Antonio, Texas. And we are going to be bringing you some very good topics today. So, if you like what you hear, please don't hesitate to visit Jill's website at the bottom of the screen, www.harbern.com. That is HARBEEBREN. I'm going to repeat that because that just sounds like a soup that you don't want to taste. It was www.HARB as in boy, REN.com. You know that with my accent, I can chop everything into pieces. So that's why I have to break it down. Anyway, let's get to Jill. She is a marketing consultant and trainer. So she definitely has the skills to be able to talk to us about this topic. But instead of me keep talking, because I can talk forever, I am going to tell Jill, okay, introduce yourself, tell us more about you, and why we should be listening to you anyway.
Hi, Sandra. Thanks so much for having me. So I'm a marketing consultant and trainer and the founder of Harbour Marketing. I've been working in the small business trenches for around 20 years. I've worked in small businesses, with them, for them, you name it, I've pretty much done it. And I've helped generate thousands of leads for businesses in competitive niches. I've recently, well, probably in the last 12 months, written a book on marketing called Get Smarter Marketing, the Small Business Owner's Guide to Building a Savvy Business. And it's really for business owners to help them make better decisions around their marketing because there's just so much noise when it comes to marketing. It can get really confusing. Should you be doing Facebook? Should you be doing email marketing? Should you be, on Snapchat? Should you be Instagram? How does it all work? It just can be really tough for small business owners to try and figure out what to do next.
Well, that is true what you say because there's a lot of people that they are very good at whatever they do, but they suck
Exactly.
really bad at marketing, and they're like, you're like they're totally overwhelmed anytime you talk to them about marketing. So, how can you start us with this conversation? What can you tell them? What is the first step to outsourcing your marketing? How do we go there?
Well, the first step is really to get better educated around marketing. I mean, there's so many business owners that would just love to go, just send me leads. I don't want to have to think about it. Just make the phone ring, or just fill my inbox with great customers. And I can understand the attraction of that, but there's lots of problems in doing that. In sort of outsourcing all of that means that you don't actually understand what's happened to bring in those leads. So let's say you have someone who is sending leads to you, and that's working really well. But then that business decides that they're not going to deal with small clients like you anymore. They're going to go for the bigger fish. So then your leads suddenly stop, and you don't know how they came in, so you don't know how to replicate it. And then you're just back to square one. It can actually feel more frustrating. So you do need to have some knowledge around, marketing tactics, and not sort of outsource everything, outsource specific tasks so that you stay in control of it, because it's really, it's your business and no one is going to be as passionate about it as you are. So that's really the key thing to understand.
So you're saying, market? Should I be spamming people?
No, don't do that. Not if you want to build a long-term business, that's just going to build and build. Yeah, spamming is not a great option
I know.
for anyone.
So tell us more about this outsourcing. Why would someone want to outsource? What are some of the benefits of outsourcing?
Sure.
Your
Well,
marketing.
marketing there's so many different areas of marketing now, social media, email marketing, things to do with your website, building collateral, advertising. So it's very rare that you're going to get one person that has all those skills. So that would be one reason to outsource, is to outsource for specific skills. Take websites, for example. Most small businesses are not going to have a full-time web developer on their staff. It's just unnecessary. So they'd be outsourcing that particular task. But what they would want to have is someone within their business that can make some simple changes to the website. So you don't want to have to go back to a web developer every time you just want to change a little bit of text on your page, or you just want to, something's been bugging you and you just want to quickly fix it. You should be able to do that yourself, because that's the whole point of having a website rather than a brochure, is that you can quickly make changes and you can be responsive to feedback you're getting.
So what if don't understand about all this marketing stuff. Just like when you start, you say, do I do it on Facebook? Do I do it on YouTube? Do I do it on Instagram? Like, when would I know when do I outsource something? Because I'm too busy and there's so many things to do in this social media world. What do I do with that?
Well, one of the problems that small businesses face is that often they have this very haphazard approach. So they'll do a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of something else and then go, but it doesn't work. And the problem is it's not coordinated. Right. So coming up with a marketing plan is a really good first step, so that you have some sort of targeted approach. You know who you're trying to reach, how you're going to find them, and then how you're going to reach them. So that's really the first step. And maybe you need to get some help to do that. That's certainly something that I've done before. Come in, help businesses set up a marketing plan, so everyone's clear on what the different options are for growing.
So can you give us an example of something that you have helped someone with outsourcing or marketing that was successful? Can you give us any examples?
Yeah, sure. So one of the businesses that I work with, they put on conferences for software developers. So they will often outsource graphic design. So they need to be continually promoting the new conferences that they're doing. So they'll get a graphic designer to create those banners. And that's a really effective use of their time, because within the business, they don't have a graphic designer and they don't need a full-time person, but they just need one as the events come up. So that's a perfect case of when you would use outsourcing.
Oh, that's great. So what else do you have for us?
So the other thing to think about if you're thinking about outsourcing is to make sure that you keep a lot of the insights within your business. So you don't want to outsource. If you outsource everything, then whenever the feedback comes in, it's not coming into you, and you're the one that knows about your business, and what those insights might mean. For example, let's say a customer says, I really like the rulers that you have on sale, but I would love one that was soft so that I could use it to go around, round objects, for example. And if that came back to the agency, they might just dismiss it and go, that's ridiculous. No one's going to want that. But as a business owner, you might go, that's a perfect idea for a new product. I'll do that. So if the information doesn't come back to the business owner, it's hard for them to innovate, to think about what customers are actually telling them, so that they can evolve. So I think that's a really important thing to think about with outsourcing as well. It's just to make sure you don't lose that intimacy with your customers. You don't put some sort of barrier between you.
So, as a business owner, I might, just an example, talking from someone else, if they have a small business but they don't know where to start with this outsourcing, where do they find the outsourcing? Where do they find the people? How do they figure out where to start with the marketing?
Sure. So that would be the first thing to really do is as I said, to sort of get better educated around what's possible, because if you don't know what's possible, one of the challenges is that marketers are often very good at marketing themselves and what they're doing. So you can get easily swayed by, thinking you must have this great tool, or you must be on this platform or that. And sometimes it's not right for your business. So, first step is definitely to get better educated around just marketing and what's possible. The next would be to really look at your business and to see, well, what do you need as a business to grow? What are the deficiencies in the business? What are the gaps? What are you taking, a short-term approach or a long-term approach? So sort of work basically what do you need? And then you can, from there, work out your outsourcing. But there's lots of different things that you can outsource, and I go through quite a few of those in my book. But there's, whether you hire someone that's external to the business that you just call on as needed, or whether you actually get a contractor into the business. So there's a couple of different ways you could do it. But that's going to depend partly on your budget and what your needs are.
So did you just say that you have a book?
Yes. So I have a book. It's called Get Smarter Marketing. I've got a copy here. The Small Business Owner's Guide to Building a Savvy Business. And the first part of the book is all about how to create your own.
That was just a peekaboo. You didn't even show us the
sorry.
book. Okay.
So
now
that's
you
available
okay,
on
cool.
Amazon. The first part of the book is about how to create a marketing plan. The second part is about how to get marketing help. So the pros and cons of different options for you, as well as, taking into account sort of 10 different areas: your budget, your time frame, how much you want to be involved as a business owner. And then the third part is just some tools that can help you, some resources to help you get started.
So can you tell us one of the quotes or something that stands out that you think is really good from your book?
I think it's all good, of course.
Yeah, but just that one thing that maybe when you are talking to someone about your book, you tell them something that just popped out of your mind that you actually added to your book.
Sure. The main thing with the book is it's not actually designed to turn a business owner into a marketing manager. I think that's often what people can think when they pick up a marketing book, but it is about helping you make better decisions.
Okay.
That's really the aim of the book. It's to give you a great overview so you can move from a position of strength.
So it's not only for marketing people, it's basically a business owner that doesn't understand marketing will be able to pick up that?
That's right. That's who it's really targeted at. It's targeted at business owners. Okay,
with that said, let's go to a commercial break. And when we are back, we're going to continue this conversation of outsourcing your marketing with Jill. Bye-bye now. Thank you, my friends, for watching The Code. Don't forget that we are here every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are bringing you coaches and speakers and classes and experts in different areas in order to help you grow. That's what we are here for. So if you have any comments, questions, or if you are a sponsor, send us an email to info@envivoassociate.com. Again, info@envivoassociate.com with your host, Sandra Graves, every Thursday at 7 p.m. Standard Time. Thank you for watching The Code. Well, welcome back to The Code. And as you can tell, we are talking about outsourcing your marketing with Jill Brennan. And she is in Australia. And she is a marketing consultant and trainer. And she has been sharing with us how we said that you as a business owner can take more control of your marketing. And if not, if you have something that you don't understand or you don't know, then outsource it. Find someone that can help you do a great job. That's something that you are not good at. So, and manage the most important things. So, Jill, what else can you tell us about this marketing? Where do we go from here?
So one of the really important things to understand about marketing is that there's no quick fix, and there's no one that has all the answers, because they don't know your business as well as you do. So it's really important to have a testing mindset, to try something, to see whether it worked or not, see how you can improve it, and then try it again, or try it in a different way, or alter what you're doing. Like, there's no sort of, I know in the older days, before the internet, people used to get the yellow pages. I don't know if you have that in the US, but in Australia it was very big. It's like a phone book full of businesses that you could call up. So people would just place their ad in the yellow pages, and then that was really all the marketing they needed to do. The
Not
phone would just
anymore.
start
Not
ringing.
anymore.
Not anymore. And so you really have to have that testing mindset. Keep trying different things. Keep sort of working at something to make it better. For example, if you're doing email marketing, you want to be continually improving your open rate, so the percentage of people that are actually opening and reading your emails. You want to be improving your click-through rate, so the number of people that are clicking on the links in your email. So you're wanting to see what you can do to continually get better. And by getting better, you're not only improving those sort of numbers, you're actually improving the connection with your audience, because if more people are opening your emails, that means more people are like what you're saying. They want to hear from you. So it's a really good way to improve what you're doing and really improve your sales.
So let's say I'm a business owner and I just finished watching this video, and it's like, okay, I need to do outsourcing my marketing.
Sure.
What kind of questions should I be asking myself?
Well, I go through a number of those in the book, but things like, how will it work? Will there be any training involved? Because it's really important if they can sort of impart knowledge back to you, so that you're fully across exactly what is happening, what's going on. Not that you want to know everything, but you do want some documentation so that you understand what's being done for you. I'll be really clear about whether you have access to everything that they've done, whether you keep ownership of whatever they've created for you. I think that's really important as well. And you want to make sure that you sort of maintain ownership of things like the login details for your website. I've been into businesses before where they don't even know how to log into the back end of their website. They had someone who was doing it for them, and they didn't sort of keep a copy, or they didn't have a central file, a Word document that has all the login information. You want to make sure that you keep all of that for yourself, because some of those things, that can be really frustrating if you don't maintain control of that.
No, it sounds a lot complicated with this marketing thing, but does it have to be complicated?
It doesn't have to be complicated, but it is working out what's going to work for your business. And, sometimes that might mean ignoring certain things. So you might decide that Instagram is your preferred platform, so you put all your energy into that. And that means you don't have to be on everything else. You don't have to try and spread yourself thin. You really want to build a presence on one thing, and be really good at a couple of things, not think you have to do everything. And I think that's where some of the overwhelm comes in. Yes. Is thinking that you have to do everything, and you just can't as a small business owner.
That's a good point that you make, because I usually hear people always tell me, "Oh, I want to get a Facebook page, and I want to get a YouTube, and I want to get an Instagram," and they don't even have time for a regular email, but right. They want to do all of it, and they cannot get everything done. And you see, like, they open up a Facebook and a YouTube and a Instagram, and nothing is happening in any of the pages.
Right. That's right. Which can actually look a lot worse, because then you think, if you haven't posted for 3 months, you wonder, are they still in business? Are they still operating? Yeah. Because it just looks like a bit of a ghost town. Yeah. So much better to pick 1 or 2 areas and just be excellent in those areas. And then, people will expect you to show up, and you'll be able to develop more of that rapport with your audience, which is really what you want.
So it's really, you don't have to be a handyman. You
No,
can
that's
actually
right.
you can actually
Yeah.
pick and just be good at whatever is it that you do, because really otherwise none of it is going to come out good. I
That's
know that my son is very very big on this Instagram thing. Everything that he do, he's YouTube or Instagram, but
Yep.
all the time he's connecting with his audience and he's posting things and he's keeping them aware of what's going on with him. And everybody, oh, I want to follow you, I want to buy this from you. Oh, and that I saw that it works because he's pretty consistent.
Yes.
Always Instagram. For me, it's
Yeah.
YouTube, but for him,
Yeah.
it's Instagram.
Well, that's right. You pick whatever platform is going to suit you, but also suit your audience. So
Yeah.
it's no point being on Instagram if that's not where your audience is, or Facebook or whatever it is. You want to make sure that that's where you're going to get the best chance of connecting.
Hmm.
But yeah, definitely you want to go deep and get some traction, not just try and do a scattergun and be everywhere.
That's fine. I like that. So I don't really have any questions for you. So do you have anything else that you want to share with us about this outsourced marketing? Because if I actually was to be able to share anything, I will not be able to spread any more information about this. So tell us what we should know about it.
Sure. Sorry, about the book or about outsourcing?
About whatever you want us to
All right.
know.
Okay,
This
a
topic
blank
is in
slate.
your hands. I am no expert in no marketing. None.
Okay. Well, typically I find that there's, three main problems that small business owners often have with their marketing. The first would be a low sales growth. So they might be doing lots of things, but they're just not seeing any impact. And often that can come down to a communication issue. They they might think that the benefits of using their product are obvious. I find that a lot. They're not really putting themselves in the shoes of their customer. So sometimes it can be really good to get feedback from other people about, well, what do you think my business is about? What do you think I can offer?
Good point.
And just to listen and see what they say, because I think, many people would be very surprised. The message they think they're putting out is often not the message that their audience is receiving. The next key problem, which we touched on already, would really be that haphazard approach to planning and, well, haphazard approach to business and therefore not really planning. So having a plan of what you want to do, what you want to achieve, is really an ideal step. Knowing that plans can change, of course, and you need to be a little bit responsive, but you do want to have some plans in place of what platforms you're going to pursue, what strategies. Email marketing is still one of the best ways to build a connection with your audience and to generate sales. And the third one is about a lack of expertise. We've also touched on this about business owners just thinking marketing is all too hard and not really wanting to get into the weeds of how it works. But really, it's the key to the future growth of your business. So it's really important to develop some expertise within the business and also for yourself to get, better knowledge of just what's involved, what are the options, how does it all stack up, what's involved in a marketing plan, just so that you can, as I said, make some better decisions around how you can grow.
Those was three excellent advice. I could not ask for any more. That was really, really good. The way you broke that down, I think is very useful. So if you are listening to us right now or later, what I want you to do, that if you like what you heard, please visit Jill at the bottom of this website. You are going to be able to see at the description box right here. You can see her website at www.harbren.com. I did it this time. I actually was
Well
able
done.
to spell it fully. I did not make any mistakes. Okay, so I'm going to try to say it. www.harbren.com. Did I say that right?
You did. Well done. Thank you.
But maybe you will be able to say it more. Do you have an Instagram or anywhere that we can follow you through your marketing
Yes.
progress?
Yes, I'm on Instagram. I'm only a newbie to Instagram, but I'm enjoying that one actually. So that's Harbren as well. Same on Twitter and Facebook.
Okay, I like that. Twitter. I like the Twitter. But thank you so much for sharing this information with us today. And like I said when we started, do you have anything else that you want to share with us before we end this conversation? And before we do that, thank you all for listening today. Like I said, if you do have any question, post your comments and questions right here. And then, or all you have to do is follow Jill at her website and ask her question, because you cannot be asking me any questions about marketing. Okay? I am telling you already, don't ask me anything about marketing. Okay? But you have the right person in front of you, and her name is Jill Brennan, and she can answer your marketing question, especially if you are a business owner. And after I say this much, Jill is going to tell us her piece, and then we are going to say ta-ta. So it's your turn, Jill.
Okay, thank you, Sandra, so much for having me on the show. I've really enjoyed it. So the thing that I would leave you with is to take a proactive approach to marketing and have a testing mindset so that you can continually grow your business.